There you go.
Right. Well, welcome, everyone. Today is Monday, January 10th, 2022. Welcome to the new year. This is our January meeting of the City of New Ulm Park and Recreation Commission. I am the new chair, Carissa Buechler. Why don't we start with a welcome of all of our staff, or introduction of all of our staff and commissioners. Cheryl, we'll start with you.
Cheryl Corman, Assistant Director.
Amy Johnson, Vice Chair.
Laura Evans.
Leroy Floor.
Carissa Buechler.
And Tom Schmitz, Park and Recreation Director.
Okay. Well, and welcome. We have a full crowd of guests. Thank you all for coming, and Mayor as well. So we appreciate everyone's attendance. Let's move into the approval of our agenda. We have one amendment to the agenda that I'd like to add in between the approval and the approval of our minutes. Our mayor has a special announcement to make. So with that agenda addition, I'd look for a motion to approve the agenda with that amendment.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion has carried. Mayor, thank you for attending our meeting today. I will turn it over to you for a special announcement.
Hi, I'm Terry Sweeney, Mayor of New Ulm, 904 North Minnesota. I'm here to give a special proclamation to somebody we all know. And when I talked with Cheryl Corman about this, she said, "Oh, Tom doesn't think this is that big a deal," but she said, "This is equivalent to a Lifetime Achievement Award." And that hits me as a pretty big deal. You watch award shows on TV, and it's somebody who's done something basically their whole career, and they've been acknowledged. And so I'm going to read, and I'll read more whereases than you're used to hearing, but let me read the entire thing here. It won't take but a couple minutes. So, proclamation. Whereas Tom Schmitz has been in the parks and recreation industry since his teenage years, and he practices what he preaches by enjoying many outdoor activities such as hiking, biking, boating, camping, and bicycling. I'll put an aside in. He took a bunch of us down to the river this Saturday in the cold, but we still had fun. As a Boy Scout leader and Scout executive for many years, he taught our youth to appreciate those same activities. And whereas Mr. Schmitz graduated from Mankato State University in 1986 with the Bachelor of Science degree in Parks, Recreation, and Leisure Services. Tom spent 14 years as assistant park managers at Blue Mounds and Flanders State Parks. During this time, he also served as commissioner on the New Ulm Park and Recreation Commission. And whereas Mr. Schmitz accepted the role as director of the New Ulm Park and Recreation Department in 2005. Here he helped oversee 2 rounds of local option sales tax that raised millions of dollars towards designated civic projects, including construction of a new civic center, a tripling of the size of the community center, and a conversion of Vogel Arena into an improved field house. Major improvements were also done at Johnson Park, Herman Heights Park, the German Park Amphitheater, and the Recreation Center's expansion, which included a new aquatic center, a gymnastics center, indoor playground, fitness center, and improved track and field house. And whereas the cumulative results of such a noted career resulted in Tom receiving the coveted Clifton E. French Distinguished Services Award in 2022, the highest professional award given by the Minnesota Park and Recs Association. This will be given to Tom this Friday at a ceremony in the Twin Cities as part of their convention. So now, therefore, I, Terry Robert Sweeney, Mayor of the City of New Ulm, Minnesota, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim January 14th, 2022 as Tom Schmitz Appreciation Day and urge the residents of our community to support this long-lived institution through the years to come. So, with that, I will give you this wonderful thing, Tom, and good job, man. All right. I told Clay no sideways shots.
Mayor, come on over here.
All right, I better turn a little
away
bit
from the screen.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Thank you, Mayor.
I'll give this to Kim.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. I'm honored and humbled. Thank you.
So Tom, just of the commission, just want to thank you for your service. You have made New Ulm a better place to live, a better place to raise our children, a better place to achieve our best health outcomes. You have a vision for turning new space into workable space to provide programming. You come up with new ideas to provide new programs and services to our community. You lead a great team as well. So we're grateful for your service. This doesn't mean that this is time for retirement. This is just encouragement for continued service to our community. So thank you for your dedication. We're grateful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mayor, as well. All right, and thank you, Mayor, for that proclamation. We appreciate the recognition. All right, moving back to the agenda, looking for approval of the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the minutes. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Hearing none, motion has carried to approve the minutes of December 13th. Moving on to number 5, our city council meeting recap. Tom, can we turn that over to you?
Yes, thank you, Chair Bugler and Commissioners. As normal, there have been 2 city council meetings since our last commission meeting. December 21st saw the city council adopt this year's budget, the 22 budget. They also accepted the donations, and they authorized changing the quantity of commissioners from 9 to 7 on the Park and Recreation Commission. Then at the January 4th, 2022 regular meeting, just last week, they appointed Councilor Christian to the Park and Recreation Commission, or reappointed him, and they also authorized replacing one of our large lawnmower and a smaller machine, kind of part of our annual fleet replacement project. So that's what the City Council has done over the past month related to the Park and Rec Department.
Any clarification or questions for Tom on the last few city council meetings? Okay, hearing none, we'll move into number 6, old business, German Park Veterans Square. Tom, I think you're going to give us a recap of decisions we've made to date and some new updates.
Yes. Thank you very much, Commissioner Bugler and Commissioners. You have before you a request from the department here to make a couple of modifications, actually 3 modifications to previously authorized Veterans Square in German Park. And although the information in the packet is accurate, the first recommendation is to change the location from the area around the flagpole area to the 3rd North Tree area in German Park. The second recommended change is to allow both of the 2 Vietnam panels to be 2-sided as opposed to only one of those being 2-sided. And then finally, the third recommendation is to change the height of the 2 Vietnam War panels up to 72 inches. So you have this variety of information in the packet here. I will reiterate some key items. First of all, you have 2 photographs of the 3rd North Tree area. Off to the left, you have the honorary walkway up to German Street and 3rd North. And then off to the right, or New Ulm South, you would have the inclusive playground for all. And this 3rd North Tree area is bound on all 4 sides by sidewalks, existing sidewalks. Okay, so that explains the 2 photographs. And then you have the Bolton and Mink depicted plan, updated plan. If you have any questions along the way, you can certainly raise those, but it's pretty clear where this would be proposed to go. There are existing 3 trees in this new location, and those existing 3 trees would not be altered. But they are, you can see, depicted, 2 of those 3 trees depicted in the new plan. And then here again is an aerial view of the plan. Showing the existing 3 trees, the existing 4 sidewalks, and the first 2 honorary panels honoring veterans and all that served during the Vietnam War. In the area to the right on the frame here, circled in red, the 2 panels, and then an accessible sidewalk. And now I will kind of read, here's an aerial. This, where the cursor is now, is the flagpole area. We also viewed an option at the existing 1862 Dakota War Monument area in the park. And then, of course, here is the 3rd North tree area circled in red, which is the proposed new location for the already previously authorized Veterans Square in German Park. So now what I'd like to do is read into the record some more information related to this proposed change. And that includes the fact that the Monuments and Cemeteries Commission has already seen these proposed changes and unanimously supported them at their last meeting, which was just recently, December 20th. I think we all understand that through the various commissions and the City Council, that it was previously authorized on August 3rd that Veterans Square would be designated in German Park, and that they accepted 2 Vietnam War granite monument panels. Staff recommends that as this Veterans Square gets planned, is that there needs to be a master plan to comprehensively view the entire area and provide opportunities to honor veterans of all conflicts, all wars, and all that have served this country. So that's why it's taken a little bit longer to review this proposed Veterans Square area and propose some modest changes so that in the long term, it will be a benefit to all. Phase 1 is just the 2 Vietnam War panels. The donor, Bruce Lombrecht, has already donated $25,000 towards this project, so there is no cost to the City of New Ulm or the taxpayers. So in further review of the flagpole area, it became apparent that the topography was a little bit more undulating than we had initially thought. From a distance, initially it appeared to be flat or relatively flat. After we had it topographically surveyed, we realized that there are slopes and there are directional slopes in both directions. And that would require, from an accessibility standpoint, to remove existing sidewalk and to have some new sidewalk placed, which is not in the budget. And then, there may even be a terrace inside Veterans Square, which is not something we want for accessibility. So we looked over to the Dakota War Monument site and surveyed that, and also found it appears to be relatively flat. But after the survey was completed, it also is going to require removal of some existing sidewalk to provide access to the rear of the panels and full accessibility from an ADA compliance standpoint. So we looked at the third site, the 3rd North Tree area, and found the topography to be much more amenable, basically flat sidewalks running New Ulm east and west and north and south on the east side of that square. And so no existing sidewalk would need to be replaced, and costs would be very limited to improve the accessibility or design accessibility into the project. It also moves this remembrance space away from the concert and wedding venue and provides a more serene atmosphere with the existing mature trees. It's not front and center, so to speak, to the amphitheater, the performing arts amphitheater. Just reviewing other items here. Its closer proximity to the playground will encourage children to learn about veteran service. And it also has approximately twice as much square footage as the authorized Veteran Square around the flagpole. So there's much more space in this Third North Tree area for future panels honoring all veterans, and also the potential inclusion of other amenities such as benches. So you see what the council has already authorized, and these few simple proposed changes are fully supported by the Monuments and Cemeteries Commission and myself and the Park and Recreation Department, and of course the donor and the veteran community. So that's kind of the background and the review. I fully support you to recommend that these three modest changes be made to previously authorized Veteran Square in German Park and forward this on to the City Council for their final decision, which would come a week from tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Before we address our veterans who came today, any questions specifically for Tom? I guess my one question, Tom, would be, will the flag also then be moved to this area? Or is the flagpole intended to stay in its location?
That decision has not been made yet, and so that is a future potential decision. Yes,
Okay.
the flagpole could be changed or could remain, depending upon what the commission and the council and the veterans community desire in the future.
I have a question. Is there a special group or commission, besides the Monuments and Cemetery Commission, or is it that group that is planning this area for future memorials or future construction to happen for other things there? Or who is in charge of that grand plan?
Yeah, that's
that
a
bigger-
great question. There is not an individual group that is in charge, so to speak, of Veteran Square. It's a municipal property, and so the city is ultimately in charge. And I know that the City Council appreciates recommendations coming from the Park and Recreation Commission because it's in a park, and of course, the Monuments and Cemeteries Commission because it includes monuments. So the ultimate control of the master plan still resides with the city.
Okay.
And of course, partially with the Park and Recreation Commission.
Any other questions? Well, we have quite a few guests with us today. First of all, you all appear to be veterans, and first and foremost, want to thank you for your service. Secondly, want to thank you for the time and attention that it took to bring this proposal forward and to dedicate a space so that we all can be reminded that our freedom that we carry today lies on the shoulders of our veterans. So thank you for your service and for your dedication to this project and bringing this proposal forward for our consideration. Would anyone like to address the commission? Okay, seeing none, are there any questions for the veterans who have attended today? Hearing no questions, I will look for a motion to approve the proposal. And in your motion, please be specific as to the location, the panel height, and whether there's support for the two-sided panel.
I'll make a motion to recommend the City Council authorize the following modifications to the Veteran Square. Site of the Veteran Square, the Vietnam War panels on two sides and the height at 72 inches.
Thank you, Leroy. All right, we have a motion on the table. Do we have a second?
Seconded.
We have a second. Any further discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. The motion has carried. We look forward to this project and this recognition of our veterans coming forward. Tom, assuming this will go to now City Council, that our recommendation is to move forward with the project, is there an anticipated timeline on the project?
Commissioner Bugler and Commissioners, the anticipated timeline is to get an order into the manufacturing vendor. There is a multi-month process to finalize the design and quarry the stone and complete the monuments. That will take months. We anticipate installation late summer or autumn, and a grand dedication ceremony, my understanding, is in October, early October.
Okay.
So thanks to action from you and the Monuments and Cemeteries Commission and ultimately the City Council next week, this project will be on schedule and delivered to the public this year in 2022.
That sounds great. All right. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for our guests for attending. Please.
My name is Tom Backer, and I've worked very closely with Bruce Lombricht and the vets and the parents of some of these boys. But October 13th is the date's already been set. That's when the dedication is going to take place. And the reason for that is we've combined that evening. There's going to be a concert at the South State Street Theater from a group called the Fabulous Armadillos. They have a Vietnam tribute, a lot of Vietnam music, some vets that are there. So we want to tie that together. They were already booked up for almost the entire year. So we had to make sure we could get the panels done. And from there, then we're going to, so the date's been set, October 13th. So there'll be a dedication that afternoon, and that evening, a concert at the State Street Theater, okay? I just want to let you know. And these guys have been very helpful. They've been supportive, and that's what we needed. So thank you.
Awesome. That is great to hear. What a great day to look forward to of celebration. Thank you. All right, moving forward in the agenda, we have no new business. So we'll move on to reports from commissioners and staff. The department activity report. Tom.
Thank you, Chair Bugler and Commissioners. We have nothing to add to the December activity report. So if you have any specific questions related to December's activity report from the department, please let us know now or in the future. I just recommend that you receive and order filed the December 2021 department activity report.
Okay, thank you, Tom. Do we have any questions for Tom on the December 2021 activity report? Hearing none, I will be looking for a motion to approve that report.
A motion to approve that report.
Okay, thanks, Laura. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion has carried for the December 2021 activity report. Anything for the staff report, Tom?
Yes, Chair Bugler and Commissioners, the largest news item coming from staff related to the department is the 24/7, 365 initiation of access into the recreation center. So now members, adult members of the recreation center, for a small additional fee can receive a fob, an electronic fob about the size of a 25-cent piece that you can carry in your pocket, and you can come into the recreation center anytime, 24/7, 365. You know, when we're closed, you can come in and exercise. The fitness center aspect, the fitness area with the machines, the cardio and strength machines, along with the barbells and dumbbells, will be accessible for these members, these 24/7 members, along with the restrooms in the hallway. But the entire rest of the building and campus will be closed and locked down and not available. But 24/7 fitness has begun at the public, city-owned recreation center here in New Ulm.
That's great news, Tom. I know that came from the community saying that they really wanted that when we looked at these additions. So to the staff who needed to look in exactly how to make that happen, I know there was a lot of safety issues that you needed to go through. So thanks for making that happen for our community.
Yes, thank you very much. We're very excited. You know, that will come in handy. You know, For when we're closed at night. Saturday evenings, we close early. And then, of course, holidays, the major holidays, we're normally closed. So it will be a great benefit for those exercise fitness members who want to come in during the few hours that the campus is normally closed.
Very good. Any other staff
at-
reports?
I think that's all we have. I don't know, Assistant Director Corman, do we have anything else to add?
I have nothing.
Thank you.
Okay.
That is just for adults, by the way.
He said that.
Okay.
Number, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I missed that.
Commissioners, any reports to share today? Hearing none. The date of our next meeting is Monday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. Maybe Tom will bring us healthy treats to celebrate with, yeah. With no further business, I declare the meeting adjourned. We'll see you in February. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, Tom.
Yeah.
Yes, congratulations.